So just in Daleville at checkout time, waiting for Normie to come back from breakfast. Apparently they're having a 2-hour breakfast. So I really hope, well, it does seem that they're allowing us 11:30 to check out. We only got a short day today, 11 miles, so it should be done in about 3 hours. Maybe 3.5 depending on terrain. So I have new shoes and actually a new skirt too. But new shoes, they're orange. I ordered them in red since a lot of my stuff is red, and they came in Texas orange. Thanks, Amazon. Nevertheless, I have put my little elastic laces on them, but actually I had to cut them a little bit so that they would come out of my old shoes and into the new ones, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to leave these on. So I've kept the laces that came with it, and I might have to switch to those. I hate flat laces. They always come undone when you're walking and at the worst possible time. So I hope that these ones just manage to adjust to my feet. So 11 miles, I'll be able to check it out, and then if they don't, then I've got the laces in my bag. I've definitely overpacked food. I've had to do some gear replacements as well because of things that have been falling apart. So my bag's packed a little funny today. So this little stretch will be definitely a bit of a trial. We are hiking with 2 friends of the Texan boys, so it'll be nice to have a girl with us. Sometimes I see somebody called Moon Bunny on trail and she's awesome, but unfortunately we don't get to sort of hike with them very often. We just see them sometimes in towns and the hostels and things like that, every now and then in a shelter. But so we're going to be hiking with somebody now, and then we'll see. So I think they're with us for the next 10 days. Normie and I will hike largely with them, around them for the first 4 days, and then we'll check it out. So we're actually hiking a half day today. We're doing 2 full days, and then we've got another half day on Saturday. That's literally just because there hasn't been there's some bad weather coming, so we thought that we'd maybe go into Glasgow and see what's there. So yeah, I hope everyone's well, and I'll catch you later. Bye. It's official. Third of the way to Katahdin. If I ever make Katahdin, but at least I'm a third. Next milestone will be a half. So at the halfway mark, there's something called a half-gallon challenge where people eat half a gallon of ice cream. And my tramley probably won't be together then because the Texans have some things to do at Harper's Ferry just before that halfway point. So they actually did the 3rd gallon challenge yesterday in terms of a third of a gallon of ice cream, which doesn't sound like much, but actually is 3 pint tubs, like 3 of those Ben & Jerry tubs, and then a little bit more. I thought I'd be up for the half gallon challenge, which is 4 pints. But actually, after seeing that amount of ice cream, I don't think I want to make myself that sick. So the boys all did it and they were fine. Yesterday I participated with just 1 pint. So I think that might be my limit. A lot of you who know me know that I don't have the strongest stomach, and in fact, even the other day when a trail angel fed me spaghetti, I threw up 5 times because of A, gluttony, B, my stomach with the backpack strap and a steep climb. So yeah, I'm thinking half a gallon of ice cream could be a bit too much for me. But in any case, I am a third of the way to Maine. Well, actually more than a third of the way to Maine, but a third of the way to Mount Katahdin in Maine. As you can see, my bare trees and dead leaves is really kind of over now. Spring has sprung in Virginia. We go through big patches of wildflowers, and for one reason or another I haven't actually stopped to video them, but I will next time. It was beautiful going into Petersburg. I really regret not taking footage there. But again, I was thinking with my stomach, because Fresh Ground was waiting for us in Petersburg and I didn't want to stop, And I really regret that. I should have. Silly girl. So yeah. Anyway, as you can see, greenery as I leave Daleville and a lot of traffic. I'd be actually happy to not hear the traffic anymore. But we are zigzagging on the Blue Ridge Pathway, I think, for the next couple of days. So we're not going to be too far away from civilization. All right, yeah. So just in case there's no sign on the shelter, I wanted to show you the name of the first shelter that I'm walking past. I'm not staying at this one. Yes, can you read that? It says Full Hard Knob. Anyone want a full hard knob shelter? Sounds like an impressive shelter. It's full and hard. Anyway, I will let my juvenile self walk on. See ya. So these are the type of wildflowers that I'm talking about. Pretty, hey? They smell good too. The only problem is I'm getting really bad hay fever and I'm not sure what that's from. So here's the shoe update. Shoes are shit. Sorry. The shoes are uncomfortable, painful. Really hoping this is short term. So here they are here. I tried to wear them as I normally do with Injinjis and Darntufts, and I'd put my lock laces on them so that, because I normally find they're more comfortable, but because my lock laces from my last shoes were a bit beaten up, I had to shorten them, and I thought maybe I'd shorten them so much that they were cutting off my circulation and I had pins and needles for the first couple of miles. So I took off my Darntufts to make the thickness of my foot smaller and just wearing the Injinjis now. So that stopped the pins and needles, but the underneath of the sole of the shoe feels like it's half the width of a normal ultra lone peak, so I can feel everything under the soles of my feet. In fact, I think wearing my camp sandals would be better than wearing these. And what's worse is not having my Darntufts on means that my Injinjis have just been getting caked on in terms of twigs and sticks and leaves in them. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I ended up having to just take some ibuprofen to try to get through it, because the soles of my feet are in that much pain. I've got 2.6 miles until camp. Thank goodness it's a short day. I guess I have to take the lock laces off as soon as I get to camp and then just put the regular laces back on. Thankfully I did pack them. And then I can go back to hopefully wearing 2 pairs of socks tomorrow to keep everything out. But I mean, they're moving around. It's not like they're too tight. They're moving around on my feet like this way and this way. But, you know, it's just painful. So, yeah, I don't know, Ultra. What have you done between Lone Peak 5 and Lone Peak 6? I've had Lone Peak 3, 3.5, 4, 5. They've all been fine. I've been a bit surprised that these ones have been so rubbish. I'm going into Glasgow on Saturday, so if they're still rubbish, I'm just going to have to get another pair of shoes because this is not sustainable. It's uncomfortable as hell. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's just teething problems and I can tweak around with them tonight and they'll be better, but not loving the shoes. I wish I had my Holy shoes back. They would have been much better than these ones. Yeah, anyway, bye. What are you? We think he's a woodpecker. Nomi thinks maybe a sapsucker. I'm just going to be a bit patient here to see if he comes back around. He's amazing. He's got like a red mohawk. Is he gonna come over? No? So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Just hiked up to Black Horse Gap. Just to show you how warm it is. Can you see this? How sweaty I am at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yum, hey? It was a really warm night last night. I'm so glad I was in my tent so that I could just strip off to whatever I wanted to. I can't imagine how hot the guys in the shelter must have been, unless, you know, they just exposed themselves, which I don't think they did. I've got a 20-something mile day today. I've swapped the laces on my shoes. That's slightly better. So the soles are still rubbish, but at least I'm not getting pins and needles or like stones and sticks and stuff in my shoes anymore. My heel's sliding around a lot, but then it's tight across my my arches, so it's a really strange fit. I have thought about sort of ordering some topos, or even asking the outfitter if they would drop them off at like Jennings Creek down, like sort of 17 miles down the track, which I think they would do, but I sort of feel like I should maybe give these guys maybe another 10 miles or so just to decide. As you can see, the flies are mental around here. They're just everywhere. So Normie gave me some bug spray last night, but I definitely think I need some more now. So yeah, I hope everything is good with you, and I'll catch you later. Just on the Blue Ridge Pathway. If you guys are ever in Virginia, have a drive, if nothing else, along the Blue Ridge Pathway. It's really pretty. You can see the leaves coming out on the trees. Sadly, a little bit of deforestation down there, but we're going to be zigzagging along the Blue Ridge Pathway all day today. So yeah, should be fun. Pretty. Slightly pinker ones here. Still pretty. More pretty ones. These smell so pretty. Oh, there's lots of them. I told you there's a lot of beautiful flowers coming out now. Oh, it smells like I'm walking through like some sort of perfume shop. It's delightful. And it's covering up the heinous smell that is skip on the trail. This is our last climb for a bit. We're about to go downhill to Jennings Creek, which is apparently a swimming hole for locals. And I gotta say, it might be a swimming hole for a couple of AT through hikers as well, because I don't know how hot it is, let's say in centigrade, because I can't do Fahrenheit very well, but it's definitely in the 30s, and I am sweating even from places that you wouldn't normally sweat from, like your chin and your elbows and your knees. Yummy, hey? Men of the world. I bet you're all looking for a lady like that. Sadly, this one's taken. See ya, bye. Light colour ones now, like sort of a white. Woo! Still pretty, still smelly. More little flowers. Oh, pretty. Hey, so we just had a hell of a day of climbing. We are at the top of Apple Orchard Mountain. So disappointing, no apples. I mean, really, just a big soccer ball. Somebody kicked a soccer ball up here and they put it on a plinth. Maybe it's the new Premier League trophy. And the winner goes to Arsenal! Yay! Feeling silly. So tomorrow is Nero, into a town. I'm going into Glasgow. More UK references, but really Glasgow, Virginia, not Glasgow, Scotland. So nice to get that climb out the way. We tried to get up early and do most of them, most of the climbing before the sun really got hot, although it is still really hot. The cool change is coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock, so we're going to try and hike out by then and avoid the rain. So I don't know if I've introduced you to Blue yet. So Blue is somebody that we have been adopting into our tramley. He was around between Hot Springs and Damascus, but then got injured in Damascus, well, coming into Damascus, so he took a couple of days off and he's been booking it to catch back up to us. If I posted the picture of March Madness, he's in that with Normie and I. Anyway, Bluey's with us again, which is great. And yeah, he's just hiking in front of me. He's a very fast hiker. But I think he's going to meet me at the shelter because the water sources around here have been terrible, which isn't great for such a hot day. We've literally been scooping puddles of goop that are covered in like tadpoles and mosquitoes. So my water filtration system will need a very good clean when I get to Glasgow tomorrow. Anyway, I'll let you go and catch you later. Bye. So this is called the guillotine. As you can see, the trail goes right underneath the big boulder that's just hanging between two rocks. So cross your fingers for me that I do not get beheaded. No. No. Oh, made it. No Anne Boleyn moments for me. That's pretty cool though. What is a tough uphill since you felt that this morning was a piece of cake?
They're all the same. None are hard. They're just a hill. Get over it.
Look at all the flowers. Aren't they pretty? They're everywhere. So this is the James River footbridge. It's apparently the longest footbridge in North America. Beautiful day, very calm. So apparently it's meant to rain in the next hour or so. So we just got up early. We're going into town. We're getting a shuttle from the other side of the bridge. So yeah, all good today. The only slight hiccup was yesterday I rolled my ankle 1.3 miles out of camp. I'm glad we're taking a rest day today. It's a little ouchy, but thankfully it's been flat all the way here. So hopefully by tomorrow, because I'm hoping we do a 20 out of town, you'll come down. See you. These are mountains that we've just been hiking up in. Very green and lush compared to what we had back in North Carolina. I think that bridge over there is the railway bridge. So a little bit of a special behind the scenes while I wait for my pickup. I'm in my clothes that I've been wearing all week. Well, for the last 4 days. It was a really short stint this time. But I thought I'd show you how lovely and attractive it is. I mean, can you see? Oh, you can't really see them. I have so many white stains. This is all my salt and sweat. It's even like completely discolored my shoulders, both shoulders, sports bra, everything. Yummy! So I thought about not putting these on today so that we'd smell alright going into town, but then I was just like, you know what? I'll have clean clothes to get into while these are washing if I don't, so decided not to. 10 o'clock in the morning here, and yes, we've come into a hostel, and Normie at 10 o'clock in the morning is eating ice cream, which I think is such a hiker thing to do right now. Cheers to you and your ice cream, Normie.
You're tempting me.
Blue wants an ice cream too?
I'm gonna get one.
We're feeling rather smug because the weather is absolutely awful outside, and yet we made it here without getting a drop of rain on us. So yay to us.
It was good timing.
Very good timing. Come to mama. Today it was ice cream at 10 o'clock in the morning. Today it is beer at 8. Anything wrong with this?
Nope.
No, you gotta
No, yeah.
Sounds like you think there is.
Yeah.